Hoy, aquí vienes con mamá, ¿qué?
Welcome to Free Shakespeare in the Park's 20th summer season. I'm Sharon Salove, and I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, the Amazon Community Center, the City of Eugene Cultural Services, the Lane Arts Council, the Oregon Cultural Trust, and the Lane County Cultural Coalition. Please give them a hand. And if you would like to support Free Shakespeare in the Park, you can visit Kate at our Shakespeare cart and buy a t-shirt or a cap, or drop a donation off in one of our 2 donation boxes. Please take this time to silence your cell phones. If you need to use the restroom, the bathrooms are located next to the playground, north of the parking lot. Look for the blue roofed building. During the play, I encourage you to clap and cheer for our heroes and boo and hiss the villains, and look out for fairies in the audience. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and I won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Come thy ways! Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, with rings, gauds, conceits. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death. According to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god, to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and, Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be. I'm beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I prosecute my right? Demetrius outvouched to his head, made love to Nader's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thoughts to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and Commodus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there to fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well but tame them from the tempest of my eyes.
I me for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history. The course of true love never did run smooth.
That true lovers have been ever crossed. Then let us teach our trial patience.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without a town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place that thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tuneable than lark to shepherd's ear. Sickness is catching, oh, or favor. So yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsels sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dotes on you.
How happy some, or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all, but he do know. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. But when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I, to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally man by man according to the script.
Here is a scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and to Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure, yet to the rest my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules. Rarely. Or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis.
This Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, for me not to play a woman. I have a beard coming.
Oh, that is all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Thisbe! Woo! Pyramus! I love it! I leave it in my Thisbe!
No. No, you must play Pyramus, and flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray, if it be, give it me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, oh, let him roar again. Oh, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
They would hang us.
That they would.
Every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you, and 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a proper man, a sweet-faced man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Very good. Now, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come them by tomorrow night. And meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight where we rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you fail me not.
Oh, we will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Masters, at the Duke's Oak we meet.
How now, spirit? Whither wander ye? Over hill, over dale, through a bush, through a briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. And I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. I must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Oh, farewell, the love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here and on. The green doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within her sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, makes them all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Either I mistake your shape and baking quite, you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodall. Are not you he that frights the maids of the villagery? Of those that hobnob and call you sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not
speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile.
But room, Fairy. Here comes Oberon. Oh, and here my mistress. Would that he were gone!
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton! Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of India. Oh, but that forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus? For shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Eagles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since middle summer spring went we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or on the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the shining moon. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the moon, the governess of bloods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. A hoary-headed frost falls in the fresh lap of a crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. Spring, summer, the childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage, rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Ha! Not for thy fairy kingdom! Fairies, away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress pass it on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet, marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes. Boom!
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
Wait!
But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in the plainest truth tell you, I do not know I cannot love you?
Oh, and even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, use me but as your spaniel, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempts not too much the hatred of my spirit. You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself in the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Oh, your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood like worlds of company, for you and my respect are all the world.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, the wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph! Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love.
Boom!
Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxalates and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes. But do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so. Boom, boom, boom.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me to my sleep, and then to your offices.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, mutes and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near a fairy queen, Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Weaving spiders, come not here, hence you long-necked spinners, hence. Beetles black, approach not near, worm nor snail, do no offense. Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Hence, away, all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wait, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest. It is thy dear. Wait, when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out to bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
Oh, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so but one heart we can make of it. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for in denying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off. In human modesty, such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I in loyalty. Here is my bed, sleep give thee all his rest.
Without that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Oh, thank silence! Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he my master said despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she dares not lie in its black love, its kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, that love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So wake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Jesus, thou kill me, Saint Demetrius!
I charge thee hence, and do not harm me thus!
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so!
Stay on my peril! I, alone, will go!
Oh. I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Ah! But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent, Helena. Nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Oh, do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove?
Oh, wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man? Oh, that I did never, no, never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Ah! Oh, good troth, you do me wrong, and sooth you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady one man refused of another, therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps now there. And never mayest come Lysander near. And here with all your power, addressing your love and might, to honor Helena, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander. Help me. Help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. And me, for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought the serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what, removed? Lysander, Lord! What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No, then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you, I'll find immediately.
Oh, we all met.
Pat. And here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, the which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Fire Lake and a marvelous spear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all's done.
Not a whit. I have a device that will make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider yourselves to bring in a... God shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look too.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, he must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, I would request you, I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there let him name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there's two hard things. That is to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe met by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then leave a casement of the great chamber window open where we play, and the moon may shine in at the casement?
Or else, someone must come in with a bush of thorn and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What sayest thou, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cues.
What hempen homespuns have we swagger in here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, a play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odin.
Odors.
Odors, savors, sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus is e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
I, Mary, must you, for you must understand. He goes to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant fire, most briskly juvenile, equal so would you. As true, for see, yet never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, in his tomb.
9 is 2 men. Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak your part, all at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh. As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fat Thisbe, I were only the...
Great, masters, fly! Masters! Help!
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make Oh, what do you see? You see an ass out of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Walton, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear I am not afraid. The ouzelcock so black of hue with orange and tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer. Nay! Nay!
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, as is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, her force doth move me to say, to swear, on the first view, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors do not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Oh, thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, mustard seed.
Ready? And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this fair gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves. Do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail, hail, hail!
I cry your worship's mercy. Heartily I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Oh, I shall desire you of more acquaintance. Your name, honest gentlewoman.
Peas blossom.
Oh, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. Good Mistress Peas Blossom, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman in your house. Woo! Woo! I promise you your kindred had made mine eyes water ere now, good Master Mustard Seed. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Yee-haw! Yee-haw! Yee-haw!
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
Intermission. 15 minutes.
Let's go for a few minutes, okay, Papa?
I wonder if Titania be awaked, then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity.
Boom!
Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, when she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head, and on his he must be answered. When forth my mimic comes, and him they spy, like frighted geese, away his fellows fly. I led them off, in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass. Ah!
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side. But when he wakes, of course she must be eyed.
Where is Lysander?
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, I rebuke you, he that loves you so. Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide. But I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierce through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murdered, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him, then? Henceforth never be numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while, I will remain. Oh, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. Forget the bankrupt sleep and sorrow.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate your rules, let one man, holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go, swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from Tartar's bow. Boom, boom, boom.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears.
Oh, you do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when I to her swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting crow, that pure congealed wine, high tar snow, fanned with eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I'm sure you hate me with your hearts. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill and all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you on my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do until my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart were but as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen in his home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more in gilds the night than I on fiery eyes and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Cannot this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood, innocence, we, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, both sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we together were like a double cherry, one in heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend?
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. Seems as though you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spur me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn herself.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee by my life, I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou sayest so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tend all this?
Away, you minimus!
No. They'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow. But yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr! Vile thing, you let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Oh, why have you grown so rude? What changes the sweet love?
My love, out, tawny tartar, out.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Oh, Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would. I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I would not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Or not you, Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me.
Aye, by my life. I never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be it of hope, of question, and of doubt that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, faith. Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? Fie, fie. You counterfeit. You puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our heights, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And have you grown so high in his esteem, because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I'm not yet so low, but that my nails can reach him to thine eyes.
Oh! Oh! I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. Oh! I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lord, hark again.
Oh, good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of yourself unto this wood. And now will you let me quiet go to Athens while I bear my folly back?
Why, get you gone. Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart I leave here behind.
What Lysander?
Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
Oh, and she is angry. She is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little, again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone! You dwarf! You beat! You acorn!
You are too officious on behalf of her that scorns your services.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most. And Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coyo's long of you. Nay, come not back.
I'll not trust you, I, nor stay longer in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me that I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far, I'm glad it so did sort. For in their jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream, a fruitless vision. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town, goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, clenched and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, Speak again! Thou run away! Thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush! Where dost thou hide thy head?
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, will try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. I come where he calls, then he is gone. Had fallen am I, in dark and even way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thy show me thy gray light, how find Demetrius and revenge this spy.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for all I want thou art before me, and shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then, thou mockst me. This shall buy thy dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Ah, my day's approach. Look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east that I may back to Athens by daylight. Oh, and sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Dabbled with dew and torn with briars, I can no further walk, no further crawl. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Rest me here to the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I will apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou keepst true delight in the sight of thy foremost lady's eye. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses on thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Oh, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Oh, get your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Fret yourself not too much in the action, good monsieur. And good monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag, senor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Oh, give me your neef, monsieur. Pray you leave your courtesy, good monsieur.
What is your will?
Nothing but to help Mistress Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
Oh, I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I couldn't munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bundle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
No. I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but pray you, let none of your people stir me. if an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she, his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she, in mild terms, begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, and will undo this hateful imperfection of her eye. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce sensation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Diane's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon. Oh, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
Where lies your love?
Ah! How came these things to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
When thou wakes, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be.
My fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad trip we after the night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer it. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho! Peter Quince! Float, the bellows mender. Snout, the tinker! Starveling? God's my life, stolen hence and left me here asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Ask the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can say what. Methought I was. Methought I had. Whoa. But man is but a patched fool if he offer up to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall get Peter Quince to write me a ballad of the street. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke.
You find out the forester. Now, since we have the voward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and this Helena, old Nader's Helena. I do wonder of their being here together.
No doubt, they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I would think for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. My intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the apparel of the Athenian law,
Enough! Enough, my lord! You have enough! I beg the law upon his head! They would have stolen away! They would have... Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent, and my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood. I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed there, I saw Hermia.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by, with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning, now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You had not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there's sure the lords and ladies were married. For sport I'd gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day in his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day for Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom! Almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you I am no true Athenian.
Let's hear, me, Bottom, let us hear.
I'll tell you right as it fell out. Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together and meet me presently at the palace. Every man liquor his part, For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let him not that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And dear actors, eat no garlic or onions, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I have no doubt to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away, away, go away!
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of."
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact.
But all the story of their night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walk, your board, your bed.
Come now. What mask, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is this night's manager of mirth? Where's Philostrate?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There's a brief of how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs! To be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That have I told, my love, in glory of my kinsman, Hercules. The riot of the tipsy Bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical. Not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief? That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious for an all to play. There's not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled with their unbreathed memories with the same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No! My noble lord, it is not for you. I've read it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged and duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come, but in despite we do not come as minding to content you, our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here that you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This low, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, both right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Could you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that e'er I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night, with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack, 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 alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot! And thou, oh wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Ah, thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, from whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for deceiving me thus.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me! Is Thisbe's skill? She is to come now. I'm to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it won't fall pat as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime, and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice! Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face! Thisbe!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Oh, think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymanderim trust me still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not shaffeless to progress was so true.
And shaffeless to progress I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou to Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on four, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion, rough and wildest rage doth roar. Now know that I, once snug the joiner, am no lion fell, nor else no lion stand. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast of a good conscience.
The very best of beasts, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Peace, and let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
Why, he should have worn the moon's horns on his head.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man of the moon?
He dares not go there for the candle.
I am aweary of this moon. Why it would
change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy, we must say the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all of these should be in the lantern, for all of these are in the moon. But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, Lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Oh, well shown, Moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well-moused lion.
And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay. Oh, spotted. But mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty dove, oh dear, what thy mantle good, stained with blood. Oh, approach, ye fury spell. Come, fates, come, cut thread and thrum, rush, quail, conclude and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since a lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, oh, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, the left pap, where heart doth hawk. Thus die I. Thus, ow! Thus, ow! Thus, ow! Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Come, loose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, a die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover.
A hot chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? What, dead, my dove? O Pyramus, arise! Speak, speak, quite dumb. Dead, dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan.
Oh!
His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade my breast imbrue. Farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
The wall is down that parted their fathers. Would it please you to see the epilogue or to hear a Bergamasque dance between the two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. It was a fine tragedy and very notably discharged. But come, your Bergamask, let your epilogue alone.
Dear mother, what a fool I've been. 6 young fellas come a-courting me. 5 were kind and the other didn't pay. Oh, dear mother, what a fool I've been. Hey! Hey! Hey!
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now, hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary tasks fordone. Now, the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote. To each word, a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. With this field due, consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
Shadows have offended. Think but this, and all is mended.
That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardon, we will end.
And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.